Hey everyone, it's MeraMangle and welcome to another Mangle Morning. Today we are doing an update to the latest rumors about All Stars 12. We have a alleged, nearly confirmed Bracket 1, let's say. The updates to Bracket 1 also help us narrow down what Bracket 2 is going to look like, so we'll also do an update to the speculated Bracket 2 and talk about what this update means for the potential rumors about the format of this tournament of All-Stars. Are there actually going to be changes? How many brackets will there be? How many queens will there be on this season? Let's talk about all that, break it down. But before we get started, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and join the Patreon where you can see all kinds of additional content you can't see on YouTube. Plus, you're helping support the channel. Now, you can also support the channel by tipping on Venmo or CashApp, like... Sorry, y'all. I've wrapped myself a little tight in this look. And Mooma can't breathe. You can tip on Venmo or CashApp like Alex B, who said, what do you think of the Canada All-Stars cast? They said it looks sickening. They don't know who's going to win, but they're excited for Sammy and Aurora Matrix. I'm excited for both of them as well, and I'm excited for Canada. I did a video earlier this week talking about that, but I'm sure you know that by now. This is the past talking to you in the future, Alex. I think I'm most excited for Athena, Michaela, and Sammy. Although, I mean, the Season 4 girls is still excited for them. Now, of course, you can also tip using the YouTube thanks, and we'll go over some of those at the end of the video. Okay. It's hot. I've put myself in this look way too tight, so I have to keep it pumping. Last week when we talked about All-Stars 12, the rumors going on, we had an extended list, and the rumor was that we were only going to have 2 brackets this season, with anywhere from 6 to 9 queens that were rumored per bracket. However, having a firmed up cast for Bracket 1, it does tell us that we for sure have just 6 queens per bracket, at least for Bracket 1, I guess. I guess there is a potential that the other brackets could have different numbers, but that wouldn't necessarily be fair, would it? The other major rumor is that it was just going to be 2 brackets, and it was going to be 4 episodes per bracket, and then the final 4 would be the top 6 from each group, because 3 would make it through for each group, since there's only 2 brackets. That still potentially could be a thing. That could still absolutely happen, but it makes me feel like maybe we're still just going to have the standard 3 brackets, and there's some of the rumors for Bracket 3 haven't come through yet. But I could see a reason to do this because, one, you're not burning through as many All-Stars every year. These first 2 tournament seasons, it's been 18 queens each season. That's a lot of queens to go through, considering we've already had 9 All-Stars before that, plus Global, plus this, plus, Versus the Worlds, all that. It's a lot of different All-Star programs and a lot of U.S. queens that have been burnt through. And, when you look at any modern All-Star season, there's also a lot of, triple timers or 4-timer queens that have been on many times. Having the 18 queens kind of put them in a position where they needed sometimes those 3 or 4-time returning queens. Because one, they deliver. If you're trying to have 18 queens, you're going to have a lot more early outs and queens that may be questionable if they're going to deliver. If you're just doing 2 brackets, there's only 12 queens total that make it to, that are going to be on the All-Star season, 6 each. You can not have to rely on them so much because you can pick just 12 of the strongest candidates or 12 queens that they really want to cast. And that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, because another thing that I feel like is very noticeable is there's no returning All-Stars rumored right now. For sure for Bracket 1, and it's looking like that way for Bracket 2 as well. It could potentially be 12 queens total, with just 6 queens in each bracket, and they'll have 4 episodes each. It definitely makes it less competitive, because there's just less... It almost makes me wonder, why not just do a regular All-Star season? 12 queens is what All-Stars 6 and All-Stars 8 had. But maybe the whole purpose of it is the non-elimination in those first 2 brackets, and it allows everyone to be featured. The total number of queens and total number of brackets is still up in the air, but it's looking like either it's just going to be the standard 3-bracket system that we've been doing with 18 queens total, or what could be the big change is that it's just 2 brackets, 6 queens each, 4 episodes per bracket, which would definitely allow us to spend more time with each group, and allow, kind of how I've been complaining about with these brackets, especially on this season, where on this season only 2 girls make it through, so it's been more of a challenge. But I do think that it still would help a great deal to spend more time in each bracket, even if you are taking 3 out there, because it still allows just a whole extra episode for everyone to shine. So I actually don't hate this. I could see this being something that feels more fulfilling. And for like all 3 brackets to go successfully in a season is starting to feel like that is going to be a challenge if they keep doing that. Because casting is hard. It feels like there's always kind of like a dump bracket of girls that like, I mean, so far it's been feeling like the purple brackets, where it's just like whoever's left, they might still obviously want to crown them like Ginger, but it doesn't feel like it's, each bracket has as exciting of a story or dynamics. And I'll tell you this, the dynamics with bracket 1 that we have, and then the rumors for bracket 2, there's just no way there couldn't be drama with who they're casting. So let's get into that. And the first thing we're going to do before we talk about the queens that are confirmed for bracket 1, allegedly, are the 3 queens that we looked at last week that have been essentially debunked for bracket 1. They will not be competing. And that is all the early season queens. Season 4, Madame LaQueer and the Princess, and Season 6, Kelly Mantle. I did feel like Kelly Mantle was a long shot, but somebody I was excited for. I was just really hoping. Now here's the deal. When some of these rumors came out, there was a set of rumors that stated there's not going to be any early season queens on this All-Stars, just the way the casting worked out. And no single-digit season queens on the season, and a lot of them are newer girls. And I had heard that prior to looking at the big group, but there was a few different rumors out, so I wasn't sure which one was true. But based on how the brackets are forming up, it's looking like those rumors are true. So we'll also look at bracket 2 in a moment, but there was also early season queens on that bracket. I was really looking forward to those girls the most. So that's disappointing. As an old lady, I really root for the early season queens, even if I know they're not going to win, or these aren't necessarily the strongest competitors. It just feels very warm and cozy when you've got the early season queens on. It's very nostalgic, I guess, for me. We'll get into what this means for bracket 2 in a moment, but first let's look at the 6 queens that are allegedly, they're filming now: Lady Camden, Q, Mirage, Kori King, Lana, and Athena Dion. I love that out of all the rumors from day one, the earliest rumors list I was looking at, Athena has just clung on longer than anyone. With Kori, with Athena, maybe just the 2 of them in terms of drama. Everyone else is kind of quiet, typically. Kori and Athena will deliver television for sure. Lady Camden's the only queen that was a finalist. She's runner-up. Q was top 4. But Q, was very fortunate that was a design-heavy season, and that really carried them because they're so good at that. And it's crazy that of all the rumors, the queens from Project Runway that are going to be on that next season are some of the ones that are essentially confirmed for this season. You would think of anyone that would drop off, it would probably be them because it just felt like a long shot, but clearly not. Clearly there's some sort of plan in place for them. Maybe it'll be a crossover event of some sort. Heidi Klum will pop in. A lot of these are fan favorites. Mirage, Lady Camden, Kori, all huge fan favorites. I think Mirage and Lana, of course, have a great shot at a classic redemption. Kori, too, though. I feel like I almost forget Kori needs a redemption because they've been slaying in the real world, but they didn't have a great showing on Drag Race. They didn't have a lot of tops, if they had any. And they weren't able to make their comedy work, and man, I really want that. I would be shocked if Camden and Kori did not make it through bracket 1 out of this group. And I feel like the 3rd spot could be a wild card. I could see it being Mirage or Lana. With there potentially being 4 episodes now per bracket, that means that they could potentially keep the same types of challenges, right, that we already do, the 3 we already do. Some sort of Ru mix, some sort of comedy or improv, and some sort of look challenge. I'm sure we'll still get one of each of those, but I wonder what the 4th one will be. They did a talent show last year, but they waited till the groups merged at the end. I've never been a big fan of the talent show at the end. Talent show for All-Stars has always felt like an introduction, or on a regular season. A lot of the girls' numbers are designed that way. It really sets a standard for what they brought with their package. So I hope that if they do talent shows again, that they do them in the brackets and they do the premiere, that would be a premiere you could do for each bracket, especially if there's only 2. that will totally work. I hope the rumor about them doing the points on stage is still true too. I hope that all the other changes that have been rumored that we talked about last time and at the beginning, I hope all that still stands. Because it needs to change in some type of way. We need some sort of freshness with the brackets. For all being new girls, like Lady Camden has the most seniority in this bracket with season 14. It is a pretty strong group of memorable characters that a lot of people know, you know. Last time we looked at bracket 2, we had 10 queens. We had 10 queens. The list was even longer of who could be going. None of this is official yet, so this is still, you know, bracket 2 could still be up in the air. But I do think that we could eliminate 3 queens, the early season queens, Dita Ritz, Laganja, and Gia, which are the 3 out of everyone I was looking forward to the most. Gia, you know, that would have been wild because of how she talks about the show, but also, I mean, she makes amazing TV, so I could see why they would do it. We know they want Laganja back, but she doesn't want to do it. And then I felt like Dita did want to do it, and then Dita did all that Drag Race experience stuff for them, so I felt like this was going to be her time. Man, not even one early season queen? Like, at least let us have Dita. But that means we still don't for sure know who the 6 are, because we have 7 still left. We have Dahlia Sin, Luxx, Noir, London, Plain Jane, A Mandatory Meeting, Jules Sparkles, Joella, and then Vita, VonTesse, Starr. So one of these queens most likely is probably in talks to go, but will probably not make it. It's probably the alternate. We've got 3 early outs. Dahlia Sin, A Mandatory Meeting, and Joella. If it was the old tournament format where we have 3 brackets, I would say sure, have a bunch of early outs, you know, but I would say, being that we're only going to have 12 queens and 2 brackets, I think that one of those early girls needs to be cut. I don't want it to be Amanda. Amanda for the drama with Jane, and she's grown the most from what I've seen. I'd be fine with either Dahlia or Joella not going through. But I do think that Joella makes really good TV, so I wouldn't be mad at Joella. That would probably be my pick, but I wouldn't be mad at Dahlia either. Luxx and Jane are mandatory, and that's funny because the mandatory meeting's there. They're the strongest, and they are the 2 that are guaranteed to bring the television. It will be electric still in that room. Even though Gia won't be going, we got it. We got it with Jane and Luxx. And I feel like they could be really competitive with each other, too, because they're both really strong. And maybe Jules. I really am, like, most committed to, out of these 7, Luxx, Plain, and Amanda, just for the TV. And I feel like Luxx, out of this bracket, is the queen I would be most rooting for to win. In bracket 1, I would say Kori, without a doubt. So those are the rumors. That's the updates. I don't know how to feel about 12 girls, 2 brackets, and them getting more episodes. And 3 still go through. So, like, they still get the same... They're still going to potentially get the same level of attention and airtime that you get in these smaller groups. Plus an extra episode, even if you don't make it through. And so, like, if a queen makes it through and makes it to the finale, they'll end up being in a total of 8 episodes, which is actually nice because that's the length of 2 and 3, you know, and 5, 8 episodes each. So it's like they did compete more on a full-length season. So I will say, like, the bracket system now, them only doing 6 episodes total if they make it to the finale. But let me know your thoughts. Now it's time to take a look at our YouTube thanks, and I've got one here from Dylan with a K in it. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. And they said, "Hello, Mera, Udipodia." Udi? I feel like she went by Udi. Because is it Udipodia? I feel like I might be saying that wrong. But I do remember her. She was a fierce look girl from Drag Race Philippines Season 3. She also walked out during a lip sync. That's so weird that I don't remember that. Philippines Season 3 was so, like, dominated by Angel and Maxi. Kiana. I couldn't forget the lip sync where Angel almost went. Like, that's such an iconic moment in that season. And that was probably, like, the week before this happens with her. Because I feel like she was an early out, but she was already feeling down since her luggage got lost. I could see it. I remember her being very disgruntled very quickly. But she was doing well. She had very, like, one of those track records that was, like, high and then eliminated. Have you ever done a video about one-sided lip syncs? If not, would love to see one or an updated list. Love you. Thank you. Love you too. So the answer is yes and no, because yes, on the old channel, I had a whole series of videos called Solo Lip Syncs. the best solo lip syncs in Drag Race history. That's the way I phrased it. And there was so many good ones that I literally remember doing it by era. So we had a whole video that was all the logo ones, then a VH1, and an MTV one. I was actually really proud of those. And for some reason I remember they didn't do that well. Maybe it's just what I put on the thumbnail or something, but I thought they were good. But yes, they don't exist anymore, obviously. That is a great idea. Let me know if you'd like to see that as well. And who should make the list on something like that, on a solo lip sync video. And let me know what you think about these updates to All Stars 12. What do you think about these rumors? How do you feel about everything we discussed? Thoughts and feelings down below. I have one last thing to say today. Glad you got to see me. Let me get out of this so I can get my circulation back moving. About to pass out. I'm trying to be in a sexy little red dress. Dumbass.